really hurts. And then they had some nerve to tell me when I was in court, we did not get all the information, we didn't get all the material, we have to study it, we have to read it. So we're going to drag this out until November. Now, November is my birthday. So it's like, wow, so you're going to ruin my birthday? But at the same time, poor Michael Jackson. I just feel so bad for him. And I just wish that those two boys would speak up and say something. Even if they're wrong and they know that they lied. Just say something, you know, and so you can clear this man's good name. Because to me, I think that he should be like an angel. I think that he should be somebody who we need to really look at it and say, okay, this person really cared. Because I can see that he really cares and that he's there for people and he's a salt of the earth type individual. And I just feel that he's really being robbed of all the glory that he really, really deserves. And I think that because these little boys are grown men now and they're making money off the money that he put aside for them, I think that's wrong. I think that Michael went through a lot of trouble to make sure that you're okay, that you have everything that you need. And yeah, he might have paid, but he didn't want you to suffer. I feel this in the deep part of my heart that he didn't want those boys to get on the stand and suffer in front of the world and say their lies. In my heart, I can feel that they're not telling the truth. I can feel it. And I just feel that, yeah, Michael Jackson might have held his child and it was out the window and the little feet over the rail and everything like that. And the way he said it, like, hey, I had my arms around the child. But yeah, that is a mistake, but everybody makes a mistake. When you look at 911 and these children are being neglected, they're out of control, you know, they're mean, they're abusive to their parents. I don't see CPS walking into their house. And it's okay for the blue-collared and rich to do anything they want to. I mean, I love Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown. Okay, I do. But let's face facts. Bobby Brown has been caught with crack cocaine. Okay? But he gets to raise his children in peace. I don't see him being followed around. Poor Britney Spears. I love her dearly. She's a beautiful singer. But you guys are really on her big time. She's over 21. Why can't she have a drink? Why does she have to take a pill, which is called Risperidol, that's going to make her gain 100 pounds or 50 pounds or 30 pounds? Why can't she go out and just have a drink like everybody? Why do you have to control her life? Oh, that's right. She's paying outrageous child support. And she's got to be monitored all the time as a parent. I feel that that is wrong because if she's making so much money, she's taking care of the people around her. And she shouldn't be harassed, you know. I was going to love Britney Spears. Why? Because she's a beautiful singer. She's beautiful. And I think that she's got a bum deal. But I don't see you bothering Whitney Houston, who had all that marijuana in Hawaii. You're not bothering her, even though she jumped on the plane and left the weed there flying off on the plane. But are you bothering her? Are you trying to take her child away from her? No. And all these rappers who sit there talking about chronic, talking about the weed, I don't see you jumping into their home, having them monitored to see if they got blood in their system and they're raising their kids in peace. You know? I don't see you messing with Hell's Angels. Why isn't CPS taking any of the Hell's Angels children away? Or somebody from the KKK? Are you in their home messing with their children? I don't think so. But you just want to pick on people that don't have a lot of money, that are just poor. You want to go and harass them knowing they can't get a $500 an hour lawyer. So you go and you mess with the poor. And then what's even bad about CPS is that they have guys that are raping their baby sisters. And it was on the CPS News. This guy had raped one of the younger sisters. And then they let that pedophile rapist go right back into the house. Right back into the house with other siblings that they can sexually abuse. Now I'm going to tell you something. If you're a judge, if you're a lawyer, and if your son raped your daughter, Are you going to allow that son to come back into your house? Are you? Because if that's the case, then everybody who rapes everybody should be right back in their face the next day. I mean, I was watching all these news shows about CPS on Channel 4, 5, 7, 11. And it's really weird how all of a sudden the story is just swept up and it's put aside. I mean, they may dedicate 3, maybe 4 minutes altogether, and then the next day you're not hearing about the story, you're not hearing about the progression of the story. It just all of a sudden just stops, just like that. And what I don't like is that it's really unfair that these news stations will not investigate CPS, will not investigate fraud, will not investigate the fact that everybody in America cannot afford medical care. And another thing is, I love teachers very dearly, but they should be making more money. They really should. But I feel that it's really unfair that you strike and then you put everything behind when you do that. I think that, you chose that profession and it's not a lot of money, so why even bother to choose it? Why do you have to strike when it's time for children to go to school? It's really unfair when a child has their hopes and they want to see their friends and they want to socialize and they want to talk and they want to spend time with people. I think it is really unfair that you pick the last minute to strike instead of just going all summer to negotiate the pay. But I feel that all the money that they're wasting on all these CPS cases, why not take that money and give it to the teachers? Because let me tell you something, CPS harasses people, even when they've done absolutely nothing. My doctor had me high on Percodan, a pregnant woman who was 7 months pregnant. I'm sitting in the room and this broad's getting me high on pills. She sends a CPS worker into my room, asks me questions. Have you ever whipped a child? I said, yes, I slapped my nephew on the bottom the one time. I offered to bring in all 26 nephews and nieces, and you can ask them on the stand, have I ever hit any of them? And they didn't even want that. But the fact is that you'd rather follow me around for 6 years and waste my time and make us frightened as parents instead of taking that money and giving it to a school teacher who can pocket that money and pay their bills and have their responsibilities taken care of. How many people are followed around by CPS, controlled and told what to do? See, even though our kids would have been in school full time, you trying to tell us what to do with the free time that we generate as parents, which takes away from the taxpayer, which you can take that money and give it to the teachers that are busting their butts trying to teach and educate our children. That's where the money needed to be. That's where it needed to go. But no, you want to be in control. You want to make it so that the teachers can't afford to live. And you got to understand, teachers do a lot. They're teaching children how to survive, how to take care of themselves, how to educate themselves, how to use that education to take them through life. That's what teachers are doing. So what they're doing is very, very important and very, very beneficial to all of us as individuals. It's a lifelong task that lasts us through our life. The skills that the teachers teach us, that's what they need, is that money. And so why waste money dealing with these CPS people? Because CPS, let me tell you something, are using people as guinea pigs.